A lot of times I think about athletes and how they could take a really hard hit but still make sure that they finish the play. That's pretty amazing. Freshman year I played football. Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe that's not hard to believe. Like, if you saw me in person, I'm 6 feet tall and 180 pounds, so maybe it's not hard to believe, but some people find it hard to believe. But yeah, freshman year I played football, and I had a coach who was my favorite coach who said something that really stuck with me throughout life. I know this because I'm no longer a freshman, and I'm now a year and a half out of college, and it's still with me. And he said, one practice, let the pads do the talking. Oof. Is that so like gritty? He said, let the pads do the talking. And essentially, let me break it down real quick if you don't know what that means. Don't trash talk. Don't bark at the other team. Don't get into some sort of like argument or whatever. Let the pads do the talking. If someone's gonna talk trash to you, you hit them as hard as you can on the field.
And here comes your lecker!
Now, that works a little more for football than it does for, some other things in life, but I like to take it as sort of an analogy, a comparison. It's let your actions do the talking. And I think a lot of times there are going to be, and this sort of piggybacks off of the third video, there's going to be people who say some stuff who sort of counter with you, clash with you on your ideas, on your opinions, on just the way you live your life. And I think to go about it in a direct manner of like arguing and fighting back or whatever sometimes doesn't necessarily work out the way we may think. And I actually think that a better way to go about it, and this again is just all my opinion, there's a bird up there, that's why I looked, but like, this is just my opinion. I think that a lot of times going a way that may seem more indirect is actually more beneficial, right? So if someone's like, hey, Josue, you suck at running, I could go ahead and respond and be like, oh, I suck at running? Come at me, bro. And like, that would accomplish nothing, really. It really wouldn't accomplish anything, because maybe they're right. Maybe I do suck at running. Maybe I could be a lot faster and I'm slow, and maybe there's some truth behind it. And instead of actually trying to work on my running and then sort of indirectly go about, proving them wrong, or indirectly, what may seem indirect at the moment, if I actually improve my running as opposed to responding to them with negativity or whatever, responding to them with like an insult or a dig that might make me feel better momentarily, instead of doing that, I'm actually improving my running. So I go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to go on a run every morning. Every single morning. I'm going to go on a run. I'm going to do it until I get faster and faster and faster and faster. And you know what? I'll never even reply to that comment. I'll never reply to that comment. I'll just post my mile time. Monday, week 1, mile time, 8 minutes. Monday, week 5, mile time, 7 minutes. It seems indirect at first, but it's not indirect in the long run. And I'm looking at my notes here, so if this is a marathon, guys. It's a lot to remember. It's something I like to call the side effect of productivity. The fact that you are producing or creating, to bring it back to videos, and in my experience right now, there might be a side effect to that you don't even notice. But you want to get better at your craft, you want to get better at making videos, you want to get better at vlogging. And side effects of that become, you're more confident talking in public. You're more creative when you step into a room. You can think, I'm going to get this in slow motion. I'm going to get this at this angle. I'm going to get this with that person. All these side effects contribute to you as an overall person. They help build your character. They help build your skills. And I like to think of them as, the old saying, tools in your toolkit. If someone is being negative and you respond with negativity, momentarily beneficial. And I would even argue maybe not even beneficial at all. It just makes you feel good. So I don't know if that's beneficial. It just makes you feel good. But if you go out and start running, making, creating, etc., you take the hit, but you keep the play going. I think about Derrick Rose.
And the Bulls with their recent spurt Now at 44% from the field, 17 for 39. What a move by Rose. Oh! Yes, and it counts over Joel Anthony.
He could get completely like shoved and he would still finish strong. That's what I think about, right? How can I take the hit but keep going? I like to bring that metaphor. I know for me and for anybody watching this, it may be specifically for video, but it could be for writing. Maybe someone told you your writing sucked. Now you're writing a page every day. I don't really know the standards for writing, so a paragraph might be short, but maybe you're writing a page every day. You never know. And I think that along the way, there are also side effects of that you may not even originally thought of. A great example for this is the story I told about the first gig I got because of YouTube. I did YouTube because I wanted to keep making stuff. I wanted to be productive, but I never thought that a side effect of that would be someone looking at me and another candidate and saying, hey, you upload weekly, you make all these videos, I could tell you're really passionate about it, I'm gonna hire you instead of the other candidate. Never would have occurred to me. I feel like I'm getting very philosophical with this marathon, but that is it pretty much. We're gonna end it there before I don't know, I start quoting Socrates or something like that. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's a procrastination, I know, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless the effort being put forth here, and I hope you enjoyed episode 4 of the official, unofficial-ish marathon weekend. Once again, my name is Josue, and I live in Chicago, the greatest city in the world, home to Derrick Rose, who I quoted, or not quoted, but like referenced in this video. And I'll see you next week with our regular scheduled programming. Thank you. Bye.